What's good, everybody? This is r3dm3dia here with a new video teach you how I do things. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make a new artboard, just something new. And then once this loads up, alright. So what I do is, first thing is Command-Shift-P, and that's how you select a photo. So this is the photo I'm going to use today. Go ahead and place it. But yeah, you want to size this up so the head or your subject is in the middle. Notice this is like pretty much in the middle of the artboard right here. Then you want to lock it. Sometimes I change the opacity. You can drop it down to 80. You don't want to make it like too light because you don't need to for something like this. So I'll do 75. Then you want to lock the layer, make a brand new layer. Here's my top layer. I'm gonna label this pick BG for background, and this one's gonna be line work. Oops, messed it up. So I make my own brush, and the way I do this is I use the ellipse tool, and you want to make sure that the fill is black, there's no stroke right here. So then you want to make a really thin ellipse, just like that, and make sure it's highlighted. And all you gotta do is go to your brushes, hit new, click art brush, hit OK. You can label it whatever you want. What's up, dudes? See? Hit OK. That's all good. You can go ahead and delete that. Alright, and then basically, we're just going to get started with line work. I start with the pen tool. So right now, I'll just start with the eyes. What I want to do is start here with this line and just basically match it with the pen tool. Not too complicated, and I'll show you what you do after that. So that, for the most part, you want to make your stroke black, by the way, no fill. But that's how my line looks. And then you would need to have this highlighted. This is very clicks intensive. So I just click this, and look how it's a fat line. I do not want it that big. So I want to make it a little smaller, just like that. That's, Nah, okay. Let's do 0.4. Alright, dope. So you're going to keep doing that process. So like for right here, I'm going to do the top part of the eye. One sec. Turn that in that line. Alright. Just a stroke. Don't want to do that. Alright. And then, yeah, that's what I do, if you just saw that. When I make these lines, you have to select this, the brush you just created, and turn that line into that. But to get the sizes, what I do is I just hit the eyedropper tool, find a line that I want to copy, and just click it. Makes my life so much easier. And then obviously, if things are too big or too small, I can just adjust this and the weight. Alright, I'm not quite finished. That's it. Ooh. Nope. Actually. So yeah, I did mess up a little bit. So see, cut, delete that piece. That's where it should be. That's I still. Okay, I don't know what the term for that is, but yeah. Alright, so there's the eye. I'll do one more piece, and then you're just going to have to watch me. I'm going to turn at high speed and just work on your line work. That's it. Alright, that's everything. I'll see you at the next stage. Alright, so I'm back. I'm doing the beard right now, and some people don't not do this that well, but you notice how I trace the side of his face, kind of the inner part of his beard, like where his skin meets his beard, and watch what I do. Boom, looks like hair, like because it's gonna be uneven a little bit, and it's gonna add that extra effect that this is a beard. But yeah, so just continue kind of doing this. Right there. Okay, we're done. Now that's a huge stroke. We don't need it that big. That's perfect. All right, and then we'll start up with the mustache. And kind of what I've done is with these extra, looks like cascading down. That just makes it look like more hair. Like you can tell it's hair on a beard. Just adds that extra effect, and that's too big. So 0.4, perfect. All right, now just watch and learn. The eyes blank. That's just kind of me. That's what I like to do. I like to leave them usually white, and I might add a glow later. It just makes it look cool as fuck. But you know, without further ado, I'll show you what we do now. So we lock this layer. We don't want to screw anything up, and then you duplicate it. So drag this layer down to the new page, and there you go. I call this the over layer. I'm gonna unlock it. Select all your lines. Do you want to go to your object and go to expand appearance? Basically, it just widens the, instead of being the line, like line segments, it goes to the outside of the line. So it turns the black line into a fillable object. And I can also, well, it's a horrible demonstration, but yeah. All right. So we're gonna lock that, and then now with our line work, we'll duplicate this again, except for we're gonna keep one. We're gonna drop it down, and we're gonna call it the the safety layer, just in case anything happens. Turn that off. We don't need it. I mean, not gonna see it anyway. But all right, go to your line work, and then we're gonna hit Command A, select all your lines, and you're gonna want to make the weight 0. Sorry, this is kind of hard to talk. I can hear myself talking while I talk. It's really hard. All right, so I'm gonna put 1 in. That's gonna make every single line the weight of 1. Now 0, gone. All right, now for the swatches layer, I'll show you why we need that. We'll call this base color. Lock. Boom. I'll put my charger in my computer, wherever that happens to be. Ooh, there we are. Okay. So swatches layer. All right. And we'll turn this picture layer back. Okay, perfect. So what I like to do for my swatches is I make a square about that big. I mean, that's not a square, but you know what I mean. And let's find the skin tone that I want to use. Nope, let's choose. We got everything. Cool, cool. Double check everything. All right, lock that layer. And we'll go to our base color real quick. Command A. And I go to help. I mean, I don't know the command for it. It's pretty easy, but I just type in merge. And you'll do live paint merge. And it won't let me do that right now. So do Pathfinder. But also, see what I just did, what that popped up with, if I weren't to have turned the strokes off, then it would automatically turn to the basic ones, which are those blocky looking ones, and it would get rid of all the strokes. That's why I created that second layer, turned off the strokes, so it wouldn't do that. You wouldn't see that. So that just makes everything a whole lot easier. But without further ado, let's get started with coloring. So we'll start with the beard. We'll grab our main color right here, and then we'll go to our live paint bucket, which is K. Right there. See, that's what I was talking about, actually, not what I just said. All right, got our main skin tone for here. Boom, dope. Actually, we'll go darker right there. So I'll just snag these colors right here, and we'll get cooking right here. And look at that right there, perfect. Isolate that. Look at that. Looking good so far. So this is what our base color looks like. Hell, if you wanted to be done here, you could. This is actually about as far as you'd want to go for a t-shirt design if you want like cost effectively, because if you have too many colors, like this is almost too many colors right here, but once you get past 4 or 5 it starts getting more expensive. So I mean, unless you really want a complex t-shirt or just a one-time print, like it might be a little expensive. That's why like this is a pretty basic good portrait right here if you wanted to. But without further ado, well, I haven't saved this yet, so I'll just call this. This is Eric, by the way. You guys don't know him. He's cool as hell. Coolest dude I've ever met. Looks like a fucking wizard. Alright. So this is saved. Base color is out of the way. Go ahead and lock that. We don't need that. We don't need to touch that anymore at all. Make 3 new layers. Top layer. Dark. Medium. And we'll do a light. We're going to lock these two because we don't need those. I like to start off with dark. It helps build the shape of the face a lot better, and it's better to do that earlier. But without further ado, we're going to turn off the base color because we don't need that anymore. And we're going to pull up our photo, our reference photo, and we'll get started. So here's what I'm going to do. So we go to the dark layer. And let's just start outlining. So alright dudes, it's time for the medium layer. So to get started, just eyedrop your medium skin tone. Get your pencil out. Let's get going. Alright. We start pretty close because the light's coming from the left side, and when it hits this nose, I haven't shaded the nose yet. The light's gonna hit this cheek, but the way it's rounded, it's not gonna like. You'll see what I mean. It's not gonna be. This medium tone will not be like skinny, I guess to say, with this dark. I'll show you what I mean. Alright, now it's time for the light. I just looked at it. I'm done with the hat. So, alright. These looking pretty dope right now, but this is mostly just for tutorial reasons. So I'm kind of speeding through it, but let's see what we got. Alright. So for light, what else? Whatever you think needs shine. This just adds another little bit of value to this. Kind of helps people see the overall like depth of this 2D. Before you boom. Okay, we'll keep that. Alright.